What else could we possibly talk about? You guessed it, transfer rumours. Hope you are all well. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. Feels weird we haven't done a live show for a while, but we are back with it tonight to give you all the latest West Ham transfer news. There's a few little things floating about, so we'll discuss it tonight. I'm joined by Mike. How are you?
Yeah, good. Jake, yourself?
Yeah, not bad at all. Let's see what we've got in the chat. James, hope you are well. Oi. Yeah, there's a few things kicking around. Of course, Ben Johnson involved in a 2-1 win for the under 21s for England tonight against the Czech Republic. Smith Rowe on a score sheet and somebody else who I can't remember. So that's good. Hopefully, Jared Bowen getting his first England cap tomorrow against Hungary. Maybe let's hope he gets some game time over the 3 games in the next week. But in terms of transfer rumours, there's a couple of things floating around. We're going to start with what I've put in the title. His name is, crikey, we go, Stephy Mavididi. We've all heard of him, haven't we? Of course we have. Now I saw this and I read into it a little bit and I thought, that's Antonio Mark too, isn't it? His name is Stephy Mavididi. He's from Montpellier in the French league, and he's a predominantly a left back who can play centrally as well. Does that remind you of anything, Mike?
Yeah, just a little bit.
His stats in Ligue 1 for Montpellier. He's played 71 games with 20 goals and assists combined. 17 goals, 3 assists for the winger stroke striker over his time. He's a former Arsenal striker as well, used to play for Arsenal, Juventus, Charlton Athletic in there as well, Preston North End for a short while. He's done the rounds. He is English, currently out in Montpellier. The reason I'm talking about him is because Fabrizio Romano came out with a little bit of an update from him today, saying Stephy Mavididi could leave Montpellier this summer. Many clubs have approached his agents, including West Ham, Brighton, Southampton and Everton. Deal's still at early stages, but there are good chances that Mavididi will make a move in the coming weeks. Sounds like a nice chap, doesn't he, Mike?
Yeah, certainly does. But let's just hope they get on with it if they're going to do it.
Well, exactly. Yeah, you know, with what I said there, Southampton, Brighton, and Everton sniffing around. You know, if he does a quick Google, I think the club he'd want to go to out of them is probably West Ham.
He should do, but hey, we've seen it before, mate, haven't we? We've been gazumped on a number of occasions.
We certainly have. I think it's an interesting one because it's a very pacey player who kind of didn't quite cut it for Arsenal. He's gone out to Montpellier in Ligue 1. He's done all right. You know, he hasn't completely ripped things up, but he's got a bit of pace as a trait in there and seems like a decent player. Will David Moyes look to do his magic again and look to turn a left winger into a striker? He's already played striker for a short amount of time. This is David Moyes' bread and butter, surely.
You'd have thought so, mate. At the end of the day, though, I mean, Moyes he's got to be a Moyes type of player. He's got to be. You know, obviously him and Newman must chat, and they must get their heads together and say, "This is the sort of player I want. Go and have a look at him."
Well, yeah, exactly. I think maybe it's a David Moyes looking at it, or maybe it's Rob Newman working his magic out in the French league. Whatever it is, what does this show you for a player like, I don't know, Saïd Benrahma, Pablo Fornals? We're looking, because I think the way I'm looking at this is David Moyes is going to try and go all in to buy a left winger to almost then try and convert them back into a striker and be able to be versatile and play on the left hand side as well. That's what I'm guessing, because of course Claret and Hugh put out this week the West Ham are not looking to spend big on a striker. Once again, we hear that every summer. Who knows?
Yeah, but I think we got to full stop. We've got to get an out and out centre forward, because we know what Antonio can also play it wide, and he needs help. And he's gone a season without no injuries. Is that going to happen again?
Well, I think that's interesting, because with Antonio, you look at it as something's obviously changed. He's been quite vocal about saying that he's changed his diet and he's changed his way of doing things, and he hasn't been injured at all this season, which is probably down to that, because we were almost getting to a stage where what's going to happen at some point, and then he had like a week out, and we thought, here we go, but then he came back quickly, and we were like, oh. And then as soon as we got to like January, February time, and then now all the way up till the end of the season, it became, just normal, him not getting injured.
Yeah. I mean, you can look after yourself, but you still have a little bit of luck that you don't get a contact injury, or you're just unlucky. I mean, okay, a lot of his injuries were the hamstrings and things like that, and with his new diet and the way he looks after himself now, I think he's put a lot of that to bed. So yeah, it's good to see.
Yeah, I think we'll have to wait and see on that one. Let's take some of your comments. Lukey boy, hope you are well. Evening, ladies. Never heard of him. Must be a cheap option. We'll get on to players that we've these players that we haven't heard of. We'll get onto that in a second. And the Neymar update. I'm just getting it through into the studios that the release clause has been activated by David Sullivan, who's currently sat on the beach with his new bird, having a whale of a time. If you've seen that picture today, you know what it means. But yeah. The release clause is being activated as we speak, Luke. Oh, you make me laugh. Luke, good Rich. I watched some of the England sucking at cricket. It looked good at one stage, didn't it?
Well,
and it all just sizzled.
For about 20 minutes again.
Yeah. Tell you what, bowled out for 132, and I said to Mum, here we go. Here comes the big collapse. And she said, have faith. And she said to me at 59 for none, have faith. Give it 2 hours. I looked back, 140 something all out. I thought, there we go. That's me having some faith.
The captain might change. Some players might change, but it's still England.
Yeah. Let's take some of your comments. Yeah, Mike, your infamous crackle has appeared once again.
Has it? Do you want me to go back out again?
Just give it 2 minutes, because then hopefully YouTube will not see it. So 2 minutes. And we'll do that, yeah. Speaking of which, we might have an opportunity to let you go because somebody's arrived.
Uh-oh. J-A-K to the E. In the face to B. Yo, what are you saying, my G? You all right, man?
I'm all right, Peach. I'm all right. How's things?
Yeah, tricks are good, man. I just went to the... Well, hold on. I'll show you, dog. Hold on. Put the phone down there. Hold on. Oh, shit. It always, you know how many times, my phone has dropped from, doing these stupid things, and I still do them? I don't know why, but I still do them. I had to get a screen protector the other day because things dropped when I was on the stream. Who was it? It was I think Lawrence Watkins was on it. That was a dope green West Ham shirt he was wearing on your stream the other day. But I think, who was it? I don't know. There were some people on it.
Go on, Peach, get to the point.
Okay, see, that's my problem. I don't know where the points are, so I'm trying to still connect the dots. But no, I put it on a bin, like a recycling bin thing, and then smack, I had to get a new screen protector.
Just like our transfer budget, smack onto the floor.
I only got the phone 15 days ago, dog. But look.
Right, what did he get in the shop?
We got the thin pizza crust, yeah.
Well,
100. We got some bread from my father. He likes the multi-grain bread, so we got that from my father. Don't know. And then on the pizza, we got some salami, some prosciutto. I already got the pizza sauce and the red peppers and green peppers at home, and then I had to get one of these. Straight up.
Right, here we go then. So we are in true Peach fashion. We are in a random Canadian car park illegally opening a can of cider at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
How you doing, Peach? You all right, mate?
Mike, David Moyes look-alike. Mike, David Moyes look-alike.
So Peach, right now you're in a random Canadian car park opening a can of beer illegally.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all illegal things, but I'm legal. That's just unillegal. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
Mike, how are you, man?
All right, Peach. How are you, mate? How are you, my man?
I'm good. How are you? Let me ask you one thing. What did you think about West Ham season this year? I thought we performed well over our punching weight as we did last season, but I think it's the new whatchamacallit that we're going to get used to. I think Moyes has the boys running. Moyes has the boys deployed What's gonna
Hey,
go
mate.
on with what's gonna go on with Pearce though? Because I heard it's Steve Fox that's gonna come in.
Hey, mate. If you ask me if this is a new normal for West Ham to be
I love
finishing
it.
in the
I
top
love it.
7, I'm
Yeah,
happy with it. I'm
me
well
too.
happy
Man.
with it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, okay. Bit sad to see Stuart Pearce go. I'd like to see him stay,
Me too.
but hey, move on. We can get someone else. You know, he's
Yeah.
done
One
a
thing
good
to
job.
say is one thing to say about Stuart Pearce, which is almost leaving a sour taste at the back of my mouth, is he was on TalkSport today and he's kind of went on and slagged off Declan Rice slightly, indirectly and directly at the same time.
Tell me about this. I did not hear any of this. Tell me about it.
So there's a clip on Twitter about Stuart Pearce was basically talking about players switching allegiances in terms of countries by saying players who have played a game for a country should then not swap to another country. And for example, Declan Rice, of course, did that with Ireland. He switched to England, and the presenter on there put it to him because he was saying this and that, and it was a kind of a generalized sentence. And he put to him, well, what about Declan Rice? And he said, well, yeah, I don't think he should have switched to England. And then swiftly moved on. Mike,
Yeah, the thing is, I think they played him a little bit. I think typical TalkSport have played him a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
they put him in a sticky situation.
Yeah, they did. You know, and because he obviously said he doesn't think people ought to switch allegiances, which is in my mind right as well. But I mean, he had to stick with that then, didn't he? So he's given Declan Rice as as an example, and he's had to stay with his word, hasn't he? And say, no, Declan shouldn't have done it. But I think this is going to get blown out of the sky. Really, it's a little bit OTT, really.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is a bit over the top. But do you think he would have said those things if he was still at West Ham or no?
No, because
Probably not.
I don't think
the
so.
one thing the one thing that would have probably happened is that he wouldn't have been able to do anything live. It would have had to be pre-recorded by TalkSport, and West Ham would have had to look over it and make sure that it was okay for them to be able to put it out on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and the rest of it. To be honest.
No, 100% right, Jake. 100% right.
I don't think Declan Rice would get upset about that at all. Really, I think it's just a matter of fact thing. You know, just typical TalkSport are going to make a big thing of it because it gets listeners. Full stop.
But Mike, can I ask you this? Don't you think like Declan Rice is a top bloke? Like, I think he is like so genuine. And when he went and he received the Hammers of the Year award, this, that, and said, I'm staying for another season, I believe him.
Yeah, I do.
Do.
I think he's a man of his word. No doubt about that.
Me too.
He is a really nice chap, I think. You know, he's going to go one day and we'll all have to get ready for it. But when he does, I think he'll do it in the right way, which players in the past haven't done.
He will. 100%.
Yeah, let's take some of your comments then. Let's scroll on up, and let's go here. Watching the Kiwis loading up. Yeah, they kind of took control. They're not the scorers now, but the Kiwis have taken control of the Test match. But there we go. We're not here to talk about that, are we? Let's move on. Lee, hope well evening. Or is it just me, or does anyone else think we will be last at a party when it comes to signing players? Same old. I'll ask this first to you, Peach, but I'll also add on to it. Do you think people on social media are getting a little bit too carried away? Because let's not forget the transfer window's not even open yet.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that people are getting a bit too they're running in a race that hasn't started yet, if you get what I mean. And I think there are mind games and there are things behind the scenes that you might have Danny Kaye doing, Robert Newman doing. Like I've heard the likes of Nathan Aki, I've heard the likes of Emmanuel Dennis, I've heard the likes of Jonathan David, a bunch of other players. The boy there, Aguerd, who you mentioned on your show previously, Jake. And it's like there's stuff going on in the background. We just need to be patient. And as Kieran said, it's not going to be official until they hold up the shirt. So let's just be patient. Enjoy the ride. It's a silly season. Let's see what we get at the end of the day. But I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I think Yeah,
Go on.
players playing international football as well at the moment.
Yeah.
So they've obviously got to, they've got to do that first. There's going to be a couple of weeks of that. Certain players have been playing international football. They're going to have to put heart and soul into that. And then when a couple of weeks time, let's just hope that we get our arse in gear and we get on and sign some players. We need to do it
You're
early.
saying that about the whatchamacallit, international duties and that.
Yep.
How happy were you as a long serving West Ham United supporter, and as well as your father, Jake, Richie Rich? Like, how happy were the both of you, like, that Jared Bowen got called up?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
wasn't it magic, man?
Oh, great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a shame he got his injury when he did. Well, back in
Yeah.
March.
Yeah.
I think he would have been picked then. I really do. But I mean, Southgate couldn't ignore him. I mean, his figures, you've only got to look at the stats. I'm not a total stat man. Don't get me wrong. But honestly, Peach, I'm really over the moon for the guy. He started off in non-league football, playing for Heritage United. He's come up through. He's done it the right way, playing in the Championship, and then we brought him into the Premier League. It's great to see. It really is.
Do you think Keane Lewis Potter is of the same ilk as somebody like Jared Bowen, or do you think he could get to that level under David Moyes?
I'd honestly, two of the players I'd have went for would have been the lad at Forest, Brennan Johnson, and Lewis Potter. Those two, I would have really would. I know Forest are coming up, so with no chance of getting the other lad. But hey, I'd really go for Lewis Potter. I would.
Because as well, because you look.
Who's the boy from Huddersfield who we're after? Starts with a C, doesn't it?
Yeah, his name's been mentioned a couple of times.
Contour or it's not Conte, it's Contour or I don't know. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what one you're on about. Yeah.
He looks tidy.
I think. I mean, look, we've given players a go from the Championship, and that they've done well. I mean, I know the Hugo thing didn't never work, but I mean, there's a lot that have. Ben Rama's. I think Ben Rama could have a good season next year. I really do.
So you think we're going to keep a hold of him?
To be fair, I think you should rephrase that. So, do you think we're going to get rid of him? I think is the question we should be asking.
No, I think we should keep him. I really think that he's just found it a little bit difficult making that transition from the Championship to the Premier League. But
I tend to agree.
Yeah. I think he's got the ability to do it, and you just got to put faith in the guy. I think he could do it. And Moyes sees something with him, but he just wants him to be. I don't know. He wants him to work a bit harder. He doesn't want him to give the ball away in stupid places. I think he's had a lot of pressure on him. I felt for him a bit because every time it was him that got dragged off after 70 minutes, and he could have been having a decent game. But honestly, I'd keep hold of him. We got to, because our strokes, the squad's not big enough as it is. I mean, we cannot. We can't let guys like that go.
So we're going to have to double up on the transfers this summer.
Exactly. We're going to have to get 12 players in the way,
I
think it's key.
I feel Jake because like Ben is not everybody's like kettle of fish, and he always, when he should do 4 passes, he does 6, and he loses the ball. And I get that. But as what you're saying, Mike, I agree with that. If he can get a bit of composure and just if David Moyes could polish him like a ruby, I think that we get the best out of him. But it's on. You never know what David Moyes is thinking, do you? Like and I love that, but
as well,
at the same time.
But as well, we can't afford to let go players that we can afford to not let go, if that makes sense, because it's just making our hill even bigger to climb up this transfer window. Is the player is the Huddersfield player you're talking about Lewis O'Brien by any chance?
Jake, how old are you? Are you like 44 or like 14 or like 24 or 34?
Well, all
I
I've
Shut up with your
done, all I've
knowledge.
done.
Shut up with your knowledge. You're going on like a
No,
man who's like 44 years old, dog. You
no,
know too much.
because no,
Shut
because
He's
up.
googled it.
Dog.
He's
all
googled
I've
it.
Peach, all I've done is I've gone to Twitter and I've typed in Huddersfield and West Ham, and it's come up with West Ham
Ding,
United
ding.
race Leeds United for Huddersfield player Lewis O'Brien 2 days ago.
I thought it was a
Okay.
defender we were looking at.
Was it? I don't know.
I don't know. You
Might
might
be
be
him, might
right.
not.
You might be
Who
right.
plays with? I know we were after SAR. As I don't know who he plays for, but I think it might be Huddersfield. SARR. He played for
That's
Watford, I
Watford.
think.
Watford, I think.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
there
minus
you go. And
Okay.
and then we were after the other boy. I think he's French, and it's Contour or Contra or something like that.
Yeah.
Contour. I don't know. But
I don't
anyways,
know.
I don't know. But
Should we
yeah,
take some comments?
yeah.
Take some
Light it
comments.
up the comments.
Football memes of the month is Aguerd close. Well, it depends who you listen to be honest with you. I ain't got a clue. I'll just sit here and read off what other people say. It's really starting to annoy me, this Aguerd thing, because we could just announce it, because you look and I we all despise Spurs, but you look at them, they had Ivan Perisic there within 4 days of any sort of rumour. You look at it, this is dragging, and it's the same with the Areola thing as well. It's dragging on and on and on. You've got people saying different things. You've got the best on the West Ham side of things, X, and people like that saying it's been pictured with the shirt. It's pretty much done. You've got. And then you've got platforms from the other side of this over in France saying there's talks going on, but there's nothing agreed yet. That's coming out of L'Equipe tonight.
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue. Nobody really knows. Only the two clubs and the two parties know. I'd like to think it's nearly done, but I ain't got a clue, to be honest with you. It's really starting to annoy me.
Jake, I got one question to pose at you, Doc, and I need the right answer. If I don't get the right answer, me and you have beef. We have beef. I need the right answer. Areola or Pope?
Oh, well, I like this. Oh, I don't like this question.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
Would you like me if I say perhaps put Fabianski to the side and get both of them?
Yes, I love that. I love that. I love that. That was the answer I was looking for. I love that because, like, why are we going to turn down a brilliant goalkeeper, like who's proven when we already have one that is proven? Just need to bring down his wages a little bit and keep Fabianski. We would have the three best goalkeepers in the Premier League. 100%.
Because Mike, I'll put this to you: let's work this out. We could put Fabianski as third choice. We could sell Randall, which is very possible this summer. Martin's already gone. Then you've got the youngsters. Then they're in there. They're happy being youngsters. If we're going to get Areola in the region of about £8 to £10 million, and we can get Pope for peanuts, which we are, because they need the money, Burnley, because they need they need to pay something because they've gone down or something. So they've got that to pay. We can get Pope for peanuts. All of a sudden, oh hello, hang on. Before I ask you, we've got Anton out in flipping Marbella, haven't we?
Oi, Sabaloi!
My G! Yo, where are you at, dog? It looks all sunny and sunny where you're at, dog. Where you at, dog?
The weather is absolutely outrageous up here.
Where are you, dog? Where are you?
Look at that.
God, it's raining here.
I know. There's
it's
a cloud
raining
in the sky. I'm jealous. I'm really jelly. Where are you, dog?
We're having a Jubilee party. That's what we're having.
No, shut up.
You're in Scotland.
Where are you, dog? Where are you? Where are you?
We're in Scotland.
That's Scotland.
And it's so sunny.
I want to move to Scotland now. Oh my
God. My eyebrows are disappearing.
Look
at my eyebrows. They've disappeared.
The tan bro was right. I caught a tan in Cornwall last week. You've got a tan up in Scotland. That's impressive.
That's impressive. In Canada, dog. Mike's the only one missing out. Dog. We all got
my wife is in Gran Canaria at the moment, and I'm at home in wet Somerset.
What's going on there, Mike?
She's out there with my daughter. Yeah, it's all right for
Gran
some.
Canaria as well.
You know.
That's like Mike.
The fields of Gran Canaria, that is.
The fields of Gran Canaria.
Love that. Love that.
Precisely that.
Yo,
Precisely that.
Anton, are we gonna sign Andy Carroll? Like, yo, you want to sign Andy Carroll for that season, dog?
Listen, we're signing players. We don't need to worry about it. Everything's all hearsay. We will sign players. Like, there's no ifs or buts about it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about it. We just want it to happen now, but
Yeah.
it's not happened yet. But we'll sign people. I mean, let's not forget, the transfer window doesn't open for how long? Another 8 days or something like that.
9 days. Yep.
When is it? Is it the end of June or what?
June 10th.
Is it not the 10th of June or something like that?
10th of June, I think.
Right, I see.
So, yeah, I mean, I've got no concern we're going to sign players. I mean, listen, if you read into things like Souček's leaving the club, then 2 days later, he's not leaving the club. Then 3 days later, he's been put out to Spurs.
Yep.
Like, what do you know, what do you do? What do you believe? It's I don't doubt for a second. Like, I know we've got a YouTube channel, we report stuff, and it's ridiculous some of the stuff you hear, but
I know, but Anton, Bridget, it's like you know how like yourself, like Mike, like Young Jake, like we put out content, and it's like, you know, you're trying to find some juicy like transfer rumors, and it's like, yo, it's all hearsay. It's all like journals just having a laugh. Like they want to disrupt like Declan Rice's career. They want to disrupt like Ben Roethlisberger's.
But just to add to that though, with the whole,
we'll never know till they hold up the shirt and everything's good as gold, or if we see the back of them. Honestly,
with the whole Souček thing, when I read transfer rumors, I've got a general idea of what the source is and how reliable it is. And when it said Football Insider, I just stopped reading it. You know, it said Football Insider, Souček at Spurs.
At the end of the day, we've got to sign 5-6 players as it is now. We can't afford to let anyone go. Full stop. You know, they go on about, you know, Liverpool and that interested in Bowen. Well, that ain't happening. We cannot get rid of any of these guys.
Mike, the thing is, there's going to be plenty of our players that are going to have lots of clubs interested in them.
Oh, God,
I mean, I said ages ago, like when you heard the rumour, like we're listening to offers for Souček, we're listening to offers for everyone. Because if a ridiculous offer comes in, in theory, they will go. You know,
don't get me wrong. Everyone's got a price.
Yeah, we're not. Stacey, I'm live on a stream. Please.
Banter football way!
Sorry.
Nobody's sorry. That's right. That is
You're in the
We are at a party. So apologies.
Oh, right.
But I think the point is that, like, everyone's for sale, I suppose, at their price. But Moyes to get rid of someone like Souček means we've lost Souček, Mark Noble, Alex Kroll. We're left with one recognised central midfielder. That's a rebuild job. That's not that's not a what do you call it? An upskilling or upgrading or whatever. That's a full blown rebuild job, and Moyes won't want to do that. They won't want to do that.
Total rebuild. But it's like they're saying this to disrupt us. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the press and the media and the journals and all of that have never been on our side. Never.
Yeah.
Even all the Sky Sports have never been on our side. So they're just trying to disrupt things. I can't see Souček going anywhere. Crawl, get lost. Frederick, I'm sorry, Wally World, but get lost.
I tell you what, though,
you know what I mean? And then the Martins, he's gone. Noble's gone. Like, yo,
I'm telling you now.
Mike said it. You have 4, 5, 6 players that are leaving. We need to rebuild those 6 players and then add 5 on top of that.
I'm telling you though, there's one player I want us to go really all out for this summer.
Who's that?
And it goes by the name of Conor Gallagher.
James Ward-Prowse.
Nah, Conor Gallagher. Honestly, I'm telling you.
No, like
he would complement Rice, Souček, like
what's
everyone
his
in
name?
our
I
team.
didn't
Box
hear
to box, clever footballer.
James Ward-Prowse. What's his name? Shut up, Jake. Behave.
Have you seen the stat today? Have you seen the stat? Most kilometres run in the Premier League ahead of Souček and Rice. He's a David Moyes player. James Ward-Prowse is coming to the bowl.
Listen, I take him. Joking aside, I take him. But Anton, who are you talking about?
Conor Gallagher.
Conor Gallagher. He's got good energy.
That would be dream things.
Good energy.
That would be dream things.
Yeah.
He's not. He
didn't. He said Carlos Sanchez, Peach.
Come again?
He said Carlos Sanchez, not Conor Gallagher.
Oh, Sanchez. Yeah, let's bring in Sanchez. Yeah. I wish you were like 10 years older, dog, and I could do two things, dog. But no, Carlos Sanchez or whatever, Carlos Sanchez. No, thank you. But Conor Gallagher isn't honestly, Jake. Doesn't Conor Gallagher look like the next like what Mason Mount wanted to be? Like he looks like that, dog. Like
Yes, but he says that. But the second half of the season, listen, he's a good player. But second half of the season, he sizzled out into nothing.
okay, but when you have
wasn't the
Rice
only one.
and then
There's a lot of
behind
players
him,
did
and
that.
you have Suchek, and then behind him, and you
Yeah.
have Ben Rama, and you have Fornals, and you have Bowen in and around him. Different player, different. You know who I still want, and I'm putting this out there: Ruben Loftus-Cheek. That's what I want, guys.
Peach, you're just spouting out random names, man.
No, I know. Honestly, when England played in the 2018 World Cup, I went to the stores in Toronto trying to get an England top. I got a red England top, which I wanted, but I was trying to get Loftus-Cheek on the back, and nobody knew who he was. And I was like, this is the boy to watch for. Trust me. Loftus-Cheek, big things.
Mike, anything you'd like to say before I let you go?
Yeah, I've got to go in a moment. No, I'd just like to say, hey, it's still early days. Let's not panic. Yep. I'm just saying this to all West Ham fans. Don't panic yet. There'll be a time for panic if we haven't done nothing come July, because the season starts early this year. So,
it does.
Yeah. We need to get our butts in gear and we need to sign some players, but make sure it's the right ones. And let's make sure that we get players in better than the ones that are going out. That's all.
Alarm bells. Alarm bells will be ringing if we haven't signed a substantial amount of players by the time I go on the cruise. Go on a 2-week cruise on July the 16th. That's the cut-off point.
Cruise man now. You went on a cruise like 2 days ago.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I gotta go. I'll see you in the morning, Jake. I'll see you later.
Mike, it was a pleasure, dog.
Nice to speaking to you, mate.
Cheers, Mike. Catch you soon, mate.
Guys.
Bye. Yeah, July the 16th, Peach. 2-week cruise. We're on it like a car bonnet.
You're tripping like on it like a car bonnet with like supersonic. You're tripping. Like you went on a cruise like just the other day. It was like 2 days ago you were on a cruise. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Why all of these cruises? Like you have somewhere to be that we don't know about? Like, are they like what's going on?
Peach, we've got some special people in the chat.
Oh, word up. I can't see the chat. Like just saying. I see West Ham News. I can't see the chat. Because if I'm afraid if I
look, it says look, who is it? Looking, can't you see? It's on the screen.
Yo, big up Becca. Big up Specky Becky still, you know? No. Yeah, big up Specky Becky, Athers. Big up, we were talking about this on Green Street Elite the other night, guys. Specky Becky, Athers 32, Charlito, aka Charlie Walsh, and Lucas.
But Charlie Walsh is West Ham Clips.
But no, it's all four of them, dog.
It's all four of them. It's a cult. The West Ham Clips cult.
You're involved, dog. I'm just saying. I am just.
Did you watch Did you watch his Martin Noble documentary though?
Yeah, it was brilliant. When it brought the tear to your eye. Yeah, that was magic.
It did. DJ Rusty B at the end as well. Things you love to see.
Yep. It was very special. It was. I tell you, the last few videos the West Ham Clips has done, I've been getting emotional. Like it's nuts. Like what a good job that consortium have done. Like all praises up to them. Love them to bits and bobs, man. I think it's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, man. What was your favorite West Ham Clips? Like match reaction or like what West Ham Clips does. What was your favorite one this season? But besides the Mark Noble,
Oh, well, that's top tier. Oh, there was one that I quote tweeted, and I just thought that was the best one of the season. And honestly, off the top of my head, I can't remember.
If you can remember, what was that one?
They're all brilliant, Peach.
They are. You're right. They are. But it just has like some that just like the ones in the Europa League Jay,
banned.
like honestly, Jay, the ones in the Europa League just like did my head in. Like when we played against Stephy, when we played against like Lyon, they were just like next level. Like absolutely brilliant, man.
Yeah. Oh, top tier, top tier. I will find it. I will find it.
I know you
Yeah,
will.
I'll tell you what. I've just found it. The whole, we lost, but the everything about the 4 parts of the Frankfurt one was just, and the
Yeah,
whole European tour highlights, all of
yeah,
it, and throughout the
yeah,
whole season, it was it. It was it.
yes. It was like, yeah, they chopped it and bitted it up. Yeah, you're right. You're right,
Just
man.
as we mention him, he comes in as well. DJ Russie being the place to be.
What? DJ Russie be in the place to be. Did you see his show this morning, dog?
Oh, was it about flipping
You
out?
gotta go check them things out, dog. You gotta, like, I woke up normal times, but he did it early, so I had to watch it
Did
on
he?
replay. But it was dope still. It was dope. But yeah, man. Yo, get him on the show, dog. I haven't talked to him from time.
Oh, the
I
season
haven't talked to
stats. That was
DJ
it. That was
Russie
it. The
from
season
time,
stats,
dog.
because I saw Noble on there. The season stats. Was that it?
Come again?
Was the season stats? Did Russ do that one? He did. Yeah. The season
Just get
stats
him on the show, dog. Because I
with
ain't
the
talked to
retro
my
shirt
guy
on, with the
from time, dog.
Saturday
And I
shirt
miss
on.
him.
We
I
love
miss
it.
you, like, done known. I miss Mike. I miss Anton. Trust me. But I miss DJ Rusty B too, dog. 'Cause I didn't talk to him in time. Like when he used to have the freestyle Fridays or the like Fun Day Fridays things. I've been able to talk to the boys since time, man. Show
Russ,
yourself, Rusty B. Straight up. Homeboy is like, yo, my G. Straight up, man. How you mean? DJ
Russ,
Rusty B in the
Russ,
place to be.
Russ, Russ. If you can come on, put it in the chat. I'll send you the link, mate. But I'm
There
sure
you
you're a
go.
very busy
Right.
man doing busy things.
How we what? Yo, so you're not going to the soccer aid, Jake?
Nah. Watch it at
That's
home.
a shame. You would have loved that. You would have
Watch it at
loved that,
home.
man.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I'll tell you what, though. Somebody's comments. Let's have a look. Sean says Gallagher on loan might be possible in January. Can't see anything else. Sanchez out of our price range, indeed. James Ward-Prowse is happy in Otterbourne. Is that where you are? That part of Hampshire, Luke. Is that where you are? Where all the money is? If we're talking about
Luke Legend?
midfielders,
Is that Luke Legend?
Luke Legend, of course it is.
If it's Luke Legend, dog, that's where the money is. Because homeboy, he's minted, dog. He's minted. He got money coming
He's
out of
minted.
every like
He
every
knows.
crevice of his body, dog. Straight up.
He knows. What about Basuma?
I don't know. You know when Manchester United signed Cleberson and Cleberson was wicked in the World Cup, and then when he went to Man United, he was garbage. Like I don't know if it's gonna be one of them. I honestly don't know. Like he might be good, he might be garbage. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Um, we were. I think we were speaking to somebody in Brighton, and them down there rate him, but they don't particularly rate him as much as some people from other clubs are rating him from this season. You know, I think I got the vibe down there that they would much prefer to keep Cucurella there than they would Basuma. They rate Basuma, but they rate Cucurella better. He's a good player, Basuma, but I'm just not quite sure. You there? Hello?
Yeah, no, sorry, man. Just some girl walked by. She was like,
Of course it was. Could have guessed
she
it.
she was dressing like some summer clothes. Still, you know, got into her BMW, dog. How you mean out of my league? But no, I
Could
hear
have
what you're
guessed
saying
it.
about Basuma. You were talking to supporters from Brighton that weren't too like solid on how he plays, how he stays. Um, yeah, I don't know if it would be an upgrade or just like a fill-in. Yeah, I'm on the same page as you with that, man. Honestly, yeah.
There we go. Sean says Basuma improves West Ham's 11, but as I said, no club are touching him at the moment. Yeah, nobody's touching him. I don't know whether that's a red flag or not.
Yeah,
I don't know
what
if
about
that's another.
Rafinha? What about Rafinha? What about Rafinha? Would you like to see Rafinha on the back of a West Ham top or no?
To be fair, I think if they would have went down, I think it would have been a very high possibility. And Mills, it might still be, but I'm not sure because not many people are touching him either. Let's be honest. It sounds like his attitude isn't quite where it's at.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point, man. That's a good point. Like, yeah. Would you rather Rafinha or Calvin Phillips? If you had to choose, if you were David Moyes and had to choose one of the two, who would you choose, Jake?
Yeah, court case. I think Phillips for me. I think because Sean says there's a court case for Bazuma.
Yeah, I got you. Yep. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Because we have the flavorful players like in Benrahma, Bowen, Lanzini, and like them things there. Like we have them, so we need to shore it up. And to shore it up, Phillips would be like top dollar. Like not saying we pay top dollar for him, but he'd be top dollar in the work rate that we get out of him as a player for West Ham United.
Yeah, because Sean says that there's a court case for Bazuma. I think it's something to do with assault. I think so. Maybe that's why nobody's really touching him.
Jay Lings, you want him back? I want him back, dog. I want him back.
No, has the ship sailed?
No. Everybody was saying that when he joined us the first time. I remember going on Hammer's chat and Gio and Gonzo were both like, oh, no, I don't know about Lingard. And I was the only one that was saying, listen, he's going to be quality. Trust me. He's itching to play football. And what did he do? He was itching to play football, and he scratched his itch. First game against Villa, 2 goals. Thank you. Like, it's Jay Lings is the only reason we qualified for Europa. And he's probably the only reason why we didn't qualify for Europa this season. So, no, Jay Lings, bring him back any day of the week for me. That's my opinion. Everybody has their own. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I think with Lingard, if we get him, I'll be happy. If we're not, I'm not really too bothered about it. If I'm honest.
Would you take Pogba?
No. Wouldn't touch him with Bosch.
He'd be a messy dress in the dressing room, dog. Honestly.
It's something that just I don't think David Moyes would even pull up on that. Just
I don't even think he's that good. Like everybody raves about how he's so good and this and that. Like he's no Iniesta to me. Like I don't know.
No. He thinks he's better than what he is.
Thank you very much. 100%. Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah. Mandy says number one priority striker. I think it has to be that, and second the goalie. Well, hopefully that's Ariola tied up, and then a left back. Please buy a left back, please. I don't think honestly I could sit through another season of as Creswell as our starting left back because if we want to stay in the top 7, that's not where we are. You know, he's been a fantastic servant, 7 years at the club, but if we want to progress, we can't have Aaron Creswell any longer as our starting left back. That's the bottom line, you know.
No, that is Jake like got it right, 100% right there because like. Homeboy knows his 2 things. He lives and breathes and SHITs West Ham, dog. Like honestly, you know your 2 things, and it's like we need people coming off of the bench that are gonna put the fear of God into the opposition, and we don't have that. Like I know Yarmolenko scored a worldie the other day, but he always does that for Ukraine. He doesn't do that for us. He always does that for Ukraine. And it's like we need and big up Ukraine, by the way, but we need people coming off of the bench that are going to put the fear of God into the opposition. And we don't have that right now. Like we're bringing on Yarmolenko. We're bringing on Masuaku. We're bringing on like whoever
not any longer. We're not because Yarmolenko's left.
God into them, dog. Like you get what I'm saying, though, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Let's take some more of your comments. Arsenal Fly says buy Tavares. To be fair, I think most Arsenal fans will pay a club to take Tavares. Just take him. No, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. He's an Olympic sprinter who can't defend, as far as I can see, mate. Yeah, you can keep him. You can keep Tavares. I think he's got some pace, but I don't think he can defend.
Yo, what about, and I ain't about him, so I'll just like put that on the like shelf, like above the West Ham transfer news. I'll put that upon the shelf, and that's a dope outlet you have, by the way. Big yourself up. But yo, what do you think about Nketiah? I'm not about that. I'm not about him. I don't think like I wasn't about Tammy Abraham, and then he might have been good. When I said I wasn't about him, he might have been good because he's done good things at AC Milan. But like.
Is it
I
Roma,
don't know
isn't he?
about this boy Nketiah. Like, I don't want him. I don't want him. What's your verdict on that, Jake?
Yeah. For me, I don't think we should touch Nketiah. To be honest, I think he's a championship striker who's been lucky to score a few goals. Fair play, he's been in the right place at the right time towards the back end of the season. Arsenal for life.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the whole Nketiah situation? Will he sign a new contract with the Gunners?
Who's that?
Nketiah.
Oh, I don't care. Like, leave him at the Gunners. Let him sort out his contract situations. Just don't bring him to West Ham. Like, no, stay away. Stay away from the London Stadium, dog. Don't even go to the Ribman. Like, if you go to the Ribman, you're too close for comfort. If you go to the Supporters Club, you're too close for comfort, dog. Stay away. Nketiah, stay away. That should be a chant, dog. Nketiah, stay away. Stay away, Nketiah, stay away.
Peach, are you deliberately incorporating cat within that name? Nketiah, you keep saying his name's Nketiah.
Well, listen, Brethren. I heard he was like Zuma's cousin still, but I'm not deliberating like or deliberately saying Nketiah, but like I heard he was Zuma's cousin still, but
that's all done now.
I know he pleaded guilty, so big up to
done.
him because if he pleaded not guilty, he would have just looked like a fraud, straight up.
All done now. He's got his 180 hours community service. Can't have a cat for 5 years. All done. Done and dusted. Nketiah just signed a new deal. Also, is it official? Is it? Oh, there we go. That's that ship sailed. Then if it is official.
Who said that?
Sean said, I don't think it's official, but many sources have said that a new contract is coming for Nketiah. So,
you know what? I don't know why they're like extending that because I don't see him as anything special at all. He's like what was it? What was the striker? I don't know. He's like a Rufus Brevet, but like. As a striker, like who's the boy we signed? Benny McCarthy, fat as foam, dog. Like
Benny McCarthy vibes. That's for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Benny McCarthy vibes. Right? Yes or no? Adama Traore. Ooh. That's a big debate.
Oh, you little butterfly.
That's clips, not me.
Little butterfly, dog.
That's clips.
You little butterfly. You're a butterfly and a cockroach at the same time. I'd say yes. Let's have it. Yes, let's have it.
And what about for a left back? For a left back, one thing that I have completely forgot to talk about, and 80s reminded me, Zinchenko, superb against Scotland the other night. Zinchenko will be a great replacement for Cresswell. 100%. He's a winner. He's been at City.
Yeah, 100%.
I take him. If it means 30 million quid, I would take him every day of the week, two times on Sunday. For me,
me too. I think he's a very skillful player. He can play on the left, like wing back role, left back role, left midfield role, and he's better than Masuaku. So
he can attack and he can defend.
Yeah.
And I think as well, he's had a couple of years of being managed by the best manager in the world as well. He's had that for a couple of years. Obviously now he's at the time of his career where he wants to be starting regularly and playing first team football on a weekly basis, you know, which is a hard decision for him to make after he lifted a Premier League trophy 2 weeks ago.
But Jake, who would have thunk this? Like, who would have thunk this 2 years ago, Doc? Like, who would have thunk this 2 years ago? You like what you just said was beautiful, and who would have thunk it 2 years ago that somebody like Zinchenko, it would further his career playing for a team like West Ham United? Who would have thunk that? Nobody would have thunk that, and we are up there now, where we're going in the right direction, where we are progressing. And it's like, it would be a good move for him to come to West Ham. Honest to goodness.
Yeah, I think so. See, Luke says 30 million for a left back, West Ham. Do me a favour, lads. If we want to go to the next step, let's sign a player like Zinchenko. I'm a massive fan of him.
Me too, man. 100%, man. When my father, like when he was watching Zinchenko, when he first came into the Man City fold up, and he was already watching him play for. I think he played for the Ukraine, and he was already watching him then, and he said, "This is a boy to watch." And I was like, "All right, let's have a look." And he ain't put a foot wrong. Like he is he's your top dollar. Like he's your top dollar left back, left wing back. Like 100%, 100%.
Yeah. See, then you got people here saying Zinchenko makes fails in the important games. We'll have to if it is you know.
Buying that.
If it becomes a rumour, we'll have to speak to a couple of Man City fans and get their thoughts on it. But from what I've seen, and see what Sean says. Sean says, I don't think Zinchenko wants to play in defence. That's not his natural game / position. So don't be sure you're chasing a left back. He has been portrayed more as like I think his more natural position is a wing back. But I think he can play at left back, and if we do sign him, I'll be chuffed.
I agree with you.
Luke says, yes, Joe, but the reality is we do that your striker is gone because he won't spend a lot of money. He won't spend a lot of money. But he might at the end of the day. We might get him for 20 million. We might get Areola for 10. That's 30 on 2 players. They might surprise us for once. We've always said that for years, but they might surprise us.
When Pellegrini came in, he was throwing money like players like they were on
money was chucked around everywhere.
They were garbage start. And it's
except for 4 now.
100%, except for 4 now. You're 100% right. And it's like, you had GSP saying today, we're kind of angry at David Moyes why he didn't splurge in January transfer window, and he has to do something big this summer. Well, it's them that hold the money. So how are they able to even say something like that? And they're putting it all on Daniel Kaczynski and David Moyes. Come off of it, man. They're the owners. Get it out. Get them out of our club. The sooner the better. And let the man them do the business, though.
Just 2 things on that as well, because there was a thing that annoyed quite a lot of West Ham fans is that Adam Ploszczek from Sparta Prague went to Bayer Leverkusen yesterday. Of course, Kretinsky still got shares in Slavia Prague. Apparently, he was offered to David Moyes. Kretinsky offered Ploszczek to him, and he didn't want him. So people are saying it's not Kretinsky. Kretinsky probably did offer it to him, but £10 million on Jordan Hugill, he accepted £10 million for Adam Ploszczek, 19 years old, denied. It's frustrating because I think at the very least he could have been a very decent backup, you know.
Yeah, but you know what? Moyes hasn't put a foot wrong. Bringing in Kufa, bringing in Suchek, he ain't done a foot wrong. Honestly, he has not done a foot wrong. So it's Krul, loan. That's why it was a loan, because he wasn't sure. Vlasic, I think he still could prove himself. But so far Moyes hasn't put a foot wrong, really. So I trust in Moyes and what he's going to do this summer. And if we get 2, we get 3, we get 4, we get 5, even if we get 1, then he might be really thinking of the youngsters to come into play. But I can't see that. So I'm looking for like 3, 4, 5, hopefully 8, because we're letting players go by the dozen. So, but he hasn't put a foot wrong in transfer window. So hopefully, what we have seen will continue, and we'll get some quality players, and they can fill the gaps that are open holes right now.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we can get these things done.
Fingers
But we
crossed,
also
toes
have
crossed, eyes crossed, ears crossed, everything crossed.
exactly. We also have from the Anvil James typing this from 30,000 feet in the air.
There you go.
He's going to Montreal, I believe. I think I saw on Twitter.
Yeah,
Safe travels, mate.
Yeah. He's boarding his plane like right now, and I don't know why he's going there. I think he might be going there for like some NHL things, because I know Edmonton are in playoff NHL hockey thing. So I think he might be going there for that. I don't know though. I don't know.
Is Montreal near you, Peach, or not?
Come again?
Is Montreal near you or not?
Is Montreal near me?
No, yeah.
No, is that what you asked though? Honest?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's 5-hour drive still, because I used to.
Just 5 hours. Just 5 hours.
That's what dog. It's like because he was talking about like you was talking about 3-hour flights, and like I left a message on WhatsApp to him, and I was like, 3-hour flight, that's like 10-hour drive. But it's like he was like, no, more than that. But like, no, I was checking this gal from McGill University, which is in Montreal, and it is cold as cold as cold.
Of course you were checking a girl, weren't you?
Trust me. And I told him like 2 places to go still. You need to go to the Montreal smoked meat like sandwich shop, the best sandwiches in the world. And then I told him about some X-rated things that I'm not gonna say on this channel. But I told him to run to them places still, dog. Trust me.
Just Pete Joe's own channel, yeah, West Ham Random. And if a title sums up a channel in any way, it's that, because it is flipping random.
No, it's West Ham Unofficial, dog. How you mean? I done left this man a freestyle on West Ham Unofficial, because he runs 2 things, dog. Trust me.
Yeah, West Ham Random. Type it up on YouTube, and it is very random. I can guarantee you won't be disappointed if you go for randomness. That's for sure.
You know what? We had a dope stream on Budgie's channel last night, Jake. It was
Oh, hello. Hang on. Before you say that, we've got some more royalty. Well, royalty if you want or not. Yeah.
JAK to the E in the place to be. JAK to the E. Go on. Where's the royalty at, dog? The Queen's gonna show up, innit? The Queen's gonna show up, innit?
Franco. It's Franco. Franco in the last 2 hours has tried to convince me to go on a flight to go to Texas, because his spare room's free and I won't have to pay him any money to stay in his room, so we can go to Texas for a week.
Franco's a nutter, dog. Franco is a nutter, man. Straight up, like, if y'all don't know about Franco, that's my boy. I love him to like bits and pieces, dog. He's a nutter though, dog. Like, straight up. I love that boy, man. I love, like, yo.
What's up, everyone? Pete can't read. You have to read the comments to him.
Come again?
What's up, everyone? Peach can't read. You have to read the comments to him from Franco.
Because I don't got no comments up. I'm scared to touch my phone because if I put 2 comments
you've got a new screen protector, it'll probably cost him a $5.
Like Scarlet Pimpernel, dog. Straight up.
I tell you what. As soon as I invited you on, I thought I might as well just take transfer show out of it, because it's just going to be random, isn't it?
No, okay. No. Oh, no, hold on. I'll bring it back.
You're going to bring it back?
Rewind. Okay, so let's go. Transfer Aguerd. Are you down for Aguerd, or are you not down for Aguerd? What's the deal?
I just hope it gets done, to be honest. I'm getting a bit impatient now, you know. Let's see if this guy's getting a bit impatient.
Oh, shut up.
I suppose it's not a bank holiday in the US, is it?
No, it's not. So I'm like here trying to do my job, trying to work. But I think I should come on, say hello. I can't see comments. I'm on my phone, which is why
the boy is in the building, dog. How you mean?
Peach, I like the haircut. They're looking very trendy.
Where's the glasses though?
It's off your age, that.
Oh yeah, it's got a door for you, look, Franco. Franco, look. Oh yeah, somebody there.
Yeah, that's my friend. He's visiting me from England.
Franco's in the building. Franco's in the building. Yo, okay, we're gonna go Peach on these ones.
He's a Liverpool fan though.
Yo, Franco.
Vamos, Madrid. Vamos, Madrid.
Big him up, yeah? Franco's in the building, trust me.
I don't think he heard you.
Now, dog. Don't even get me started, because I get started, dog. When you come in the place,
what's he on about?
I get started, dog.
You've given this access. I mean, this is on you now, Jacob. I like the Peach and Jacob show though. This should be a one thing every week, I think.
Yes, but Franco, you know as well as I do how unorganised that guy is, and trying to get a time out of him is a bit.
It's true.
How you mean, dog? How you mean? My plan is like 1, 2, 5. Forgot the 4, 3, 6. Then I pick up the 5.
That's why everything's 2 things.
Then I got the 10. But then I got the 8, 13, 15, 17, and I got the 70.
What's he on about?
Who knows? This is why it's always 2 things, because he's not on time or he doesn't show up for the first one. So it's the second thing that matters.
Yeah, precisely.
How like my punctuality might not.
Do you know what shirt this is, by the way, boys? Do you know what team this is?
No,
yo, Franco, honestly, joking aside, where are you, dog?
I'm at work.
When are you going to London?
I'm not. I don't know you. I don't know why you've got it in your mind I'm going to London.
You left me a text message saying you're going to London, then you're going to Minnesota.
No, I said I'm going home. I was in Vegas. I was going home, as in home to Texas, where I live, where my house is.
Oh, see, so that's
anyway, this is very unentertaining, I'm sure.
Yeah,
is it saying things in the chat, Jake? Because I can't see it.
No. One thing Luke is saying is, if Franco was on the hat, ratio would increase.
Which it has.
Word up.
Because my hair's a mess.
Word up.
Franco's banned from London after his inadequate behaviour in the west of London.
See this?
No, he's not.
See my hat.
What's it? Oh, for Christ's sake, get rid of it. I don't want to see it.
What is that hat, dog? That looked ugly.
Flipping dude perfect.
Dude perfect. Fancy bringing them up.
Right, I think I need to deploy the boys. Where is he?
Where's the boys?
Is he? Charlie Walsh.
Oh, if
he's not coming on.
It's over,
no, he's not. You're right.
If Charlie comes into the mix, it's over. You got like an itchy and scratchy thing.
I wish he was coming on, because then we could deploy the boys. Charlie Walsh.
I'm glad he isn't, because what he normally does when I'm on my phone, he keeps phoning,
ringing you.
Straight up.
Anyway, I don't know. Franco is banned from London after his inadequate behaviour following a football match in the west of London.
My behaviour was exemplary.
Of course it was.
I mean, the Chelsea fans, what can I say?
Everywhere they go. 1, 2, 3.
Chelsea are...
Right, that's enough of that. Thank you for watching this transfer show that's turned into everything else, and Peach is still talking about something, I don't know what. Thanks everyone for watching. Franco, we're out of here. Thank you very much. I'll catch you soon.
Jacob, you're the best.
And
Peach, you're the second best.
Oh, piss off. Yo, I'm like third best.
I'm like,
just for you.
Yeah, thanks. He's allowed to say what he wants. The second I say something like, damn, that's a...
Precisely.
Oh, shut up.
Precisely.
Anyway,
Franco, get back to booking me a flight to Texas, all right?
Right, you have to get your mum on that job.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Come on, you are, and see, Franco can't do come on, you are, because he's holding his phone with one hand.
I want some marmalade.
There you go.
I want some marmalade, some Marmite, and some, like, prawn cocktail, like, crisps, like, straight up, then I'm happy.
Vamos Madrid.
100.
Vamos Madrid.
Croutons, dog. How you mean?
Thank you very much, Peach and Mike, Early Ron, and Franco. We'll catch you soon. Thanks for watching. God's coming to the bowl. See you later. Bother what he's on about.
Winnie the Pooh. Rupert. How you